I am Ian, podcaster and defender of the secrets of Studio Grayskull. This is Mike, my fearless friend. Fabulous secret powers were revealed the day I whipped out my magic sword and said, "This is my..."
The Geeky Dads are going beyond the final frontier and straight into cringe territory. Welcome to Podcasters of the Universe.
Hello there, and welcome to the Geeky Dads Strike Back special series, Podcasters of the Universe. This is in preparation for the imminent release of the brand new Amazon Studios Masters of the Universe, starring Nicholas Galentz and Jared fucking Leto.
Jared fucking Leto.
Fucking
knobhead.
Let's just.
He's not a knobhead. I don't know what. He might be nice.
Yeah, he could be like an absolute swell guy. I don't know why I said swell guy. Right?
I don't want to fucking talk shit about him.
No, you could be listening. I doubt it. But
just because he's fucking in everything,
isn't he? He's in everything, and he fucking ruins everything.
What has he ruined? Come on.
The Joker.
Yes.
Morbius.
Yes.
I haven't seen Tron Ares, but that bombed.
Tron Ares is fucking awesome.
I still need to watch it.
Yeah, it's good. Right. Everybody always hates the Tron films.
I love the Tron films.
Will always be a thing with Tron films. Nobody liked the original. Nobody fucking liked the fucking sequel. And nobody fucking likes Tron Ares. This is the thing of Tron films. Nobody fucking likes them when they come out. And then years later, they go, actually fucking good. So,
I'm with you. I absolutely love. I mean, I think it took me a few tries to watch the first Tron film. I think when I first watched it was. I must have been 4. I just didn't get it. But then I watched this as an adult and I thought, actually, this is really good. But I fucking love Tron Legacy.
Legacy's fucking amazing. Well, yeah, because fucking
soundtrack. You know what? I remember being in Worlds Apart and they sold the discs that used to light up.
Yeah.
And I so wanted one. I'm gutted I never bought one.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so I can't really comment on that. You know what? I want to. I was going to say
saying that look, we don't hate him.
We don't.
But he is in fucking everything. So,
I mean, he quite literally. House of Gucci. He played an old man. He could have had an old man. It's actually quite good, you know. To be fair, even though he's playing an old man, he actually is quite entertaining, isn't it?
Right, I'm give that.
And you know, okay, so hand on heart now, I always thought that Sacha Baron Cohen should have been Skeletor, and I still think that to this day.
But Baron Cohen, why
Sacha Baron Cohen? Because I think he could pull off. I think he could pull off Skeletor.
You think he'd pull off Skeletor? What, as like Ali G, and just gives him a wank, just pulls him off.
I put it to you. Is he because that's good? You saying that's because that's blue? No, I don't know. I just think he can pull off camp and he can pull off amazing insults.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. Like because of was it Bruce? Is it the camp version that he done?
Bruno.
Bruno, that was the one. Yeah. He did Bruno fantastically. Yeah, I suppose he probably could. I suppose I'm bitter because I wasn't chosen.
Yeah, you could have pulled it off.
I would have pulled off everybody to get that job. I would have pulled off so many people.
You would have been on the receiving end of Fisto.
I would have. Yeah, Evil Lim would have used me like a fucking glove,
like a meat puppet.
Yes,
perfect. But going back to Jared Leto. Okay, I've watched the trailers now. I've seen like some footage of him talking. I don't know about you, but when I first heard it, I thought, that's not Jared Leto, that's Rhys Ifans. He sounds just like Rhys Ifans doing an English accent. Or he sounds like, and I think when I've talked about this, and a lot of people just stare at me blankly, and the only reason why I know this reference is because of GCSEs in school. And we did
Yeah.
a play called Spring and Port Wine. The actor in it was an old English actor called James Mason. He was in the original
Mason, fucking hell,
yeah.
yeah.
So he's in the original Salem's Lot. He was but it was like Rhys Ifans trying to do an impression of James Mason. You may have the power, but you don't be afraid to use it. But the more I listen to it, the more I'm thinking, okay, this isn't too bad. But I have noticed, and I'm getting a lot of buzz online, so that all the film premieres are happening for the film right now. I mean, we've just done the one in America with, I don't know if you saw it, but they literally built a Castle Grayskull.
All right. No, I didn't.
Yeah, so like going into the theatre, they just built like the front of Castle Grayskull.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for the new one.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Yeah.
But he didn't appear on the red carpet. He's not been in any like promotional interviews. He's just been quiet, and I wonder what's going on there.
To be fair, in all honesty, it's very difficult with Skeletor because I think everybody has a different voice for him.
Yeah.
Like mine is like a rip-off kind of the cartoon, but it's my own version of it. It's also a bit of a rip on the Kevin Smith version, and it's kind of it's not Skeletor.
Yeah.
When I do it, when I go, "Okay, Beast Man," it's not the original because it doesn't sound like that. It doesn't elongate it that much, but it's close. But it's not. It's my version of it.
Yeah. I think when I do it more like the Monarch from Venture Brothers.
Go for it, man.
Until we meet again. Beast Man, you're complete and not a boob. See, that's a perfect one. That's a perfect Skeletor impression. I mean, Ezra loves it when I do the Skeletor impression, though.
I love it too.
Yeah.
And it's great. And that's it. It's like, I don't think there is a perfect Skeletor impression because I don't think there's a perfect He-Man, because we have to also talk about the fact that He-Man shouldn't exist, really.
What do you mean?
It wasn't designed as a cartoon, was it?
No, it did start off as a toy line, and then I think they brought legislation in place. I actually wrote about this in an open to YouTube video I'm working on. And it was legislation brought in place by the Reagan administration in America that allowed for, cartoons to be used to advertise toys. Basically, the whole backstory of He-Man was completely different in the original comics and the toys. But we can just, obviously we can talk about that in another episode.
This is the same time. Well, let's be honest. This is the exact same time that like Amiga games were massive, like and say so the SNES and the Mega Drive or Genesis, if you're in America, at the same time. Everything started advertising and making money through advertising things that are bad for you. So this all happened at the same time. People started making computer games, advertising lollipops, advertising Lucozade, advertising fucking biscuits, advertising, and I can prove this, but I think I've spoke about this before in other podcasts. It is absolutely true. So I won't go too into detail with it. Maybe in another episode.
Yeah, but I can't believe what was that. But so the obviously the original backstory, He-Man's completely different to the original cartoon. But anyway, obviously I don't know about you, but I think He-Man as a series has always been like very, very prevalent within my life. I mean, literally, this is this is Studio Grayskull. I named it.
Yeah.
When I went to primary school, there's a big old looks like a castle, but there's no water tower near me primary school. And I always called it Castle Grayskull.
Yep.
I had a cat. I had a cat called Cringer. I had a cat called Cringer
in the same area, dickhead.
Yeah, true. I had a cat called Cringer.
Oh, nice. I did not know that you had a cat called Cringer.
Yeah, I did, yeah. So when I was little...
That the first time I've heard this?
Yeah. I think with the person I was living with, we had two cats.
Wait. How long have we recorded this podcast?
It'll be 5 years this year.
And that's the first time I'm hearing that you had a cat called Cringer.
I did have a cat called Cringer, yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so when I was little, my auntie had two cats called Big and Little, but I called them Shere Khan because it was a big ginger tabby, and and a little like silver tabby, and I called it Battle Cat. So it was Battle Cat and Shere Khan, but Battle Cat
Nice.
died. So when I was about in my mid-20s when I got Cringer. And first, we adopted her and her sister. So I want to call them Battle Cat and Thundercat, but
right.
But you know, whoever was living with the time, she called them. First, she called her Snarf, and then became Tiber. Snarf. But I always thought he should have been called Battle Cat and Thundercat, but I got away with Cringer, so yeah, Cringer.
Cringer's good.
Cringer, yeah. She was the most docile cat I ever met in my life, but she pissed everyone.
Which is Cringer.
Yeah. I could imagine Cringer pissing all over Castle Grayskull.
Yeah, pretty much. Cringer is not a when Cringer is not Battle Cat, Cringer is basically Snarf.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But I think Cringe is less annoying. Snarf just wants to punch in the throat.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But sorry, I just remember what I was about to say about the new film. So all the toys are in the Entertainer now, and I was in there with Ezra the other day, and they had the Skeletor talking mask.
Oh yeah.
So one fella must have been like our age, picked it up and started chasing his son around the shop and I picked up the big castle, the big bloody He-Man son, and held it up, and you can see the shop worker laughing. You could hear him talking to the I think he was the manager. He talked to one of the staff. Said, "I knew this was going to happen. So you're going to get. You can tell who the 80s dads were. So they're all playing with the He-Man toys.
Fucking old nerds."
Yeah. So, I mean, the first time I saw the Skeletor mask, I immediately put him on, and everybody was laughing at me in the shop. I was going,
I hope you just held the sword above your head and just went, ah.
I didn't know the sword actually did it for me.
Did it?
Yeah, it's like it talks and it gets lightning bolts. It's cool. One of the first play sets I had as well when I was a kid was I had two play sets when I was a kid. One was the Millennium Falcon, the other was Castle Grayskull. And like the early
you had Castle Grayskull.
I had the Castle Grayskull. Yeah, my cousin had Snake Mountain with the microphone that talked.
Yeah, my next door neighbor had both of them. I didn't have any of them. The only toys I had from He-Man was literally He-Man, but I did have Battle Cat with the it basically came with like green saddle and the mask that went over his head.
Yeah,
that's all it came with, and I had He-Man as well. That's all I got. Like, I wasn't a massive He-Man fan.
Yeah,
but I watched it. Of course, I did.
Yeah. I remember watching it. I remember I was young. It was before I started primary school. I remember it used to be on after.
Well, it came out in 1983. I was born in 1983, motherfuckers. By the way, bleep the fucking shit out of that. I don't want people knowing what you was born.
Okay. God, yeah. I had Castle Grayskull. I had Battle Cat and He-Man. I had Skeletor. I had Many Faces.
Many Faces. That was good because he could twist his head, and it had many faces.
But that was the thing. The head wouldn't move. I think I put chewing gum, or somebody put chewing gum.
It was like a little thing on the top, wasn't it? And it just twist.
Yeah.
Wasn't it just sort of like a hologram face as well?
No, it was a molded face inside.
I can't remember it.
Well, it was dead stiff.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I had two other play sets as well. I remember getting them for Christmas. I had the Fright Zone, which had this grubber like snake monster puppet, and the slime pit. I had the Horde slime pit where you just like you hold something down.
My next door neighbor had it. Like had all the He-Man toys, and I'd go round, and he had Snake Mountain, and he had like fucking Castle Grayskull, and I was like, "This is fucking awesome." And it was like, in all honesty, it was a good play set, to be fair.
Yeah.
It had lots of different shit that you could play with and different hidden bits and cool little things that you could pull out stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Castle Grayskull was good, but I always think that Snake Mountain was the better play set because it had the drawbridge. It had like a rope bridge.
Yeah.
And it had like it's like a wolf's head, like Mike, and you're spoken to, it'd be a voice changer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, there's a shop.
As I say, my friend had it, but I never got to use the voice changer because it never had batteries in it. Did it take I think it took like 2 D batteries or something like that.
Yeah, all the toys
it was ridiculous.
Back then did. So there was huge fucking batteries, fucking girthy.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. It's all right. I did have some of the old. So they did a new cartoon like in the late 80s, early 90s. I think it was about Christmas 1990. Christmas Eve 1990, the first episodes on ITV. New Adventures of He-Man, and they released a new set. I did have the He-Man from that, but it was an awful cartoon. It was fucking awful.
I don't think I ever watched that.
Yeah, I watched the first episode and I thought, right, Skeletor didn't sound wrong.
There's been a few reiterations of He-Man. I know
Yeah.
that. And I know that, like, the originals had, like, specials as well. Like, they had a Christmas special.
Yeah.
Fucking what?
And they had the He-Man and She-Ra crossover, which we will be doing. We are doing a watch along of that, so that you got that to look forward to coming up.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's a homoerotic minefield.
Oh, God, I need to watch it.
Yeah, right.
Did notice it, because when I was looking it up,
Yeah.
it came up, and I was like, oh, what's this? Ian didn't say to watch this, but that's on my watch list.
It is, yeah, it is. But we are doing a watch along of it. So that's like the final part of this series. We are going to do a watch along of The Secret of the Sword, and
fucking awesome.
It is like the campest thing you've ever seen, and
right.
There's a scene in there that will absolutely break you.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
But tonight we are not talking about that. We're not talking about the cartoon. We are talking
about the original film, the Dolph Lundgren
87 film. Oh, let me just get my little fact sheet out. So this was made by Cannon Films. This is part of the reason why Cannon Films went broke. So I don't know if you know. So they bought the rights to Superman and He-Man, and they decided to make those two films.
They bought the rights to Superman and He-Man.
Yeah, so they did
they make the original Superman film?
No, but they took the rights to make Superman 4. Fun fact, because I used to work for Argos, Superman 4 was actually filmed in Milton Keynes, and the building that they used for
but the original, if you listen to the music in He-Man, it sounds like a complete rip-off of Superman.
Well, yeah.
You listen to the very beginning, and
it does.
Is almost a complete rip-off of the Superman track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've actually written some notes about that. So where they filmed the interiors for Superman 4, that was actually the building that became the Argos head office. I watched some documentary about it. So they shot like Superman 4 Milton Keynes.
Are you just burning bridges now? Just be like, I used to work for Argos. Fucking
yeah, I don't work for them now. I can slag them off.
No, don't burn bridges. Delete the fucking bleep that shit out.
Okay. So they made Superman 4 and they made Master of the Universe to make a lot of profit in order for them to fund making because he bought the rights to Spider-Man. He's going to make a Spider-Man movie with James Cameron. But because these two films bombed so hard, the studio just went broke and they didn't end up making Spider-Man. So he missed out on a Spider-Man film with made by James Cameron starring Leonardo DiCaprio. If you look on YouTube, there's actually
the man with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, he was going to be Spider-Man, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm glad that didn't happen. Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a lot of problems with the film.
There is, and we will go through all of them.
Okay. I won't start bringing them up now because I guarantee you're probably going to come up with the exact same thing.
I'm not going to lie, I've riffed hard on this. So just so everybody knows, I'm not saying that this is a bad film. It is a very big part of my childhood. And
I am saying it's a bad film. I am saying it's a fucking terrible film. You can go against me. Ian's not. I am. I'm saying it's shit. It's fucking wank.
It is not gonna lie. It is a wank. Yeah, Mike is right. It is a bad film, but it's an entertaining bad film.
Yeah, I'm not okay. Yeah, to be fair, I enjoyed watching it again.
Yeah. So you know what I did,
and that kind of gives it extra points. So I would class it as out of 100.
Mm-hmm.
I would class it as 65 out of 100.
65 out of 100.
It's not fucking terrible. It's not fucking terrible, but it's not fucking amazing either. It's not. It has no place being a fucking He-Man film. But as an 80s action film where they spent shitloads of money on fucking effects, practical effects, it's quite good.
Do you remember the first time you saw it?
Do I remember the first time I saw He-Man?
Yeah.
God, I would have been. Well, it came out in 1983, and I was just born. So also. Fuck. It's okay. You can put that out. It's fine. I was born in 1983, and it came out that year. I think I watched it when I was round at my cousin's. They had it on VHS, and they put it on, and I was about 5, and that's the first time I remember watching it. Me and my cousin Brian and Ashley, and we sat there and watched it all the way through.
I remember getting it from the video van that used to come around our the houses.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, when we were kids, you used
Was
to be
it the Scottish fella?
I can't remember. I just remember it was like an old, like it was old, like a little mini van, and
Yeah.
just with a
And he had it in the back
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, and he just lift up his boot, and it just had everything inside.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
Was it red?
Yeah, I can't remember.
You
I
think
can't
it
remember.
was?
Just remember my dad would like say, right, go and pick a film, and I'd go out and you lift up the. I always remember the smell of must when they opened up the hatch. But I think what happened was we rented it because my dad was looking after the like friends of the families, their two daughters, where I think me mum and like their mum was out at, I think it was aerobics or something. It was like it was a week or day night, and we put it on. Oh, might be a site. Anyway, we were watching it. We watched it from the video van, and I remember just being like, I remember loving it. I remember saying quite well a lot of other things, but like what was wrong with the film. But I remember just being so pumped at the end, and I was running around like with an imaginary sword chasing after these two poor girls, blast them. But I didn't watch it for years. What?
So you ran out. Wait, you ran after two girls with your sword out?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you shout, "I have the power"?
I think it did. Yeah.
So,
we were children. It was not my penis. I remember seeing and not seeing it for years afterwards, but there was a copy of it on VHS in my nan's living room. So she had like a couple of VHSs and like films like Death Race 2000, and one always sat at the top.
Why the fuck did your nan have Death Race 2000?
I think it was my cousin's. I don't think it was hers.
Oh, right.
She didn't know how to work a video player. I used to love that film as well.
It's a fucking epic film.
I was. I think I watched that when I was 10.
I fucking love it.
No, I think I was younger. I think it was about 8 or 9, actually. I should have been watching that film. There was way too much nudity. I fell in love
with your nan.
I think it was my cousins. And it just ended up downstairs. But I remember borrowing it and absolutely fucking loving that film. We'll need to cover that on the podcast one day. It's absolutely a legendary film.
Yeah,
but it lived. Basically, we had there's a VHS of that movie that lived there. Right, I think it was there up until she died, and that was like 13 years ago. Because I think we remember when we was going through her stuff when she died, and there it was. And I was like, oh, we should take that out. So it was made on a budget of $22 million. It only ended up grossing
22 million.
22 million. It had one of the biggest sound stages. So they knocked 2 sound stages together to build the throne room for Castle Grayskull.
Jesus Christ!
And it was I think for the first time like 40 years, it was like the biggest sound stage that Hollywood had ever seen, and he just built up with that film. So probably that didn't help with the bloody budget.
No, probably not.
So it was directed by. He only ever made one film. It's directed by a fellow called Gary Goddard. He used to make the videos for amusement parks. The introduction videos. He used to do them.
No, wait, no, go back. The introductions for amusement park.
Yeah, you used to stand in a queue at amusement park, like an amusement park, like say Disneyland or something like that, and they had a video on the screen. You're watching it. Or when we used to go to like Alton Towers, and they had like a video when you're waiting on a queue for an hour to watch.
He did that.
He did stuff like that, yeah.
And they allowed him to fucking make a film.
Yeah.
They gave him how many million again? Was it 22 million?
22 million.
They gave a guy who did Q videos 22 million.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure the executive who hired him probably took a lot of cocaine. I'm going to do a breakdown of the film. We'll be like interjecting and riffing on it and discussing our findings of the film. So I'll start with the opening. So the film opens with a shot slowly zooming in towards a matte painting of this universe's equivalent of Castle Grayskull. It looks nothing like the one that we grew up with on TV. I mean, it basically just looked like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a skull taped to like a load of like wires.
Yep.
So, it's not the one we had on our toy shelves growing up.
No, it looks wrong.
Yeah, it looks like a giant post-apocalyptic tower, with giant skull just fucking planted in the middle.
Yeah.
But, you gotta get used to this because this film is not the massive universe that we grew up with. As the camera slowly closes in the skull, the narrator gives a following monologue. At the center of the universe, at the border between light and dark, stands Castle Grayskull. For countless ages, the sorceress of Grayskull has kept the universe in harmony. But the
You
armies...
said gay.
I?
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Subconsciously.
Do not edit that. Keep going.
The sorceress of Grayskull. I can't say me ass.
Keep going, keep going.
The sorceress of Grayskull has kept the universe in harmony, but the armies of darkness don't rest, and the capture of Grayskull is evermost in their minds. For those who control the power of Grayskull, control Grayskull,
sorry, Ian,
comes the power. I can't get. I'm gonna have to read this bit.
No, I fucked you up now, haven't I? Because I was like, you fucked up your arse. You can start again. I'm not.
No, I'll keep that bit. For those that control Grayskull, come the power to be supreme, the power to be almighty, the power to be masters of the universe. The screen then pans to the sorceress's head as the title appears and the credits roll. So the music, like you said earlier, does sound very much like Superman. You're going to Star Wars?
Oh, no, it isn't. No, because that's how it starts. No, it doesn't. It starts literally that. It starts a bit Star Warsy, and then it goes into Superman. So it goes, but da 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 da. Then it goes.
You're just doing Superman.
Yeah, that's what it does. That's literally what the fucking music does.
I'm trying to remember. I was at the song. I had the theme in my head then.
Fucking watch that. But it goes. Da 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 da.
There's a lot of musical,
and it's just rip-offs of just different films.
Right. And do you want to know what he did the music to this film?
Well, it's not fucking the guy.
John Williams.
Fucking. It isn't John Williams.
No, it was Bill Conti. Fucking Bill Conti. You know what soundtracks he did?
Bill Conti?
Mm-hmm.
He did soundtracks for E.T.?
John Williams.
Oh, was that John Williams?
He did all the Rocky movies.
Oh, right, okay.
So this was a big step up. That's a big difference.
Yeah. He was a great fucking composer, but he did rip off fucking Star Wars and Superman.
Yeah, he did.
And just fucking anything that was close. But I think he was probably told to do that.
Yeah, of course it was. They're trying to get they're trying to like emulate the themes of those big, huge movies.
Of what is popular, go close to that.
So in this film, we've got Dolph Lundgren. One of his he's come fresh off Rocky IV. We played Ivan Drago, and his English isn't good in this.
There isn't a good Dolph Lundgren film ever.
There is.
No, name one.
Universal Soldier.
Shit. Fucking terrible. Right, okay. Future episode.
Yeah.
Well, I want 5 of us on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Universal Soldier is fucking awful.
I like it.
It's terrible. Anyway.
Yeah, okay.
It's on 2 of us at the minute.
So he did, he's famous for Rocky IV, Universal Soldier. Then we've got Frank Langella as Skeletor, and he's from Dave, and he was in Dracula as well. He's also in that terrible film, with that Gina Davis film. Also tanked under the studio. Cutthroat Island. He's the villain
I actually
in that.
don't mind Skeletor. I don't like his voice, but I don't mind the makeup.
I will talk about Skeletor very shortly.
The reason I don't mind the makeup so much is I think it's more realistic that he's a skeletal being that has skin on his face and he's just so skeletal that he gets called Skeletor than rather than an actual skeleton that is alive. I think that's actually quite cool.
A skull with a body with disembodied skull on top.
It just makes more fucking sense.
Next, we got Courtney Cox in her first movie role. I think she'd only previously just been in the Bruce Springsteen music video.
I didn't even know that was Courtney Cox.
Really? Before she was in the Friends and the Scream series. Playing her boyfriend Kevin, we've got Robert Duncan McNeil from Star Trek Voyager. He's a TV director now. Chelsea Field is Teela, not my Teela. Why can't he just have a natural ginger as Teela?
You are obsessed.
Yes, I am obsessed. Why couldn't he get Karen Gillan? Yes, I am.
You've always had a fucking thing for gingers. Ever since we were kids.
Yeah,
I know.
This is true. We've got John Cypher as Man at Arms. I don't remember him from anything. but I think he's still alive. He's like in his 90s. He's like 1999, I think now. But I think I looked up his IMDb. I'm sure he was in Hill Street Blues. Then we got James Tolkien as Lubeck. Obviously, we know him from Back to the Future and Top Gun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we got Christina Pickles playing the Sorceress. Fun fact, she plays Courtney Cox's mum in Friends.
Really?
Yep. And then we got Billy Barty as Gwildor, the Timu.
Gwildor, what the fuck is that? Why the fuck is he even a thing?
I think because it's going to be a common theme throughout this episode about this breakdown.
No, because it's not even a fucking character.
I know. I'm going to say the same thing. Budget. He couldn't do Orko, so he needed something else instead.
Why couldn't he just call him Orko? Because it would have worked anyway.
I don't know.
He could have just been called Orko. Because we don't know what Orko looks like because of the fucking hat. So he could have just been called Orko anyway. And we'd been like, so that's what he looks like under the hat.
Well, like the melted creature from Terrorhawks.
He would. How would we know? The reason Orko was just eyes under a hat.
True. And big blue ears.
Oh my fucking God.
But I'd tell you what, the actor who played him, Billy Barty, he had quite an extensive filmography, and he was in some like big films with kids. He was in UHF.
He was in fucking
he was in Willow.
He was in Willow. He was in Princess Bride. He was in.
Was he?
Yes.
He was in Body Slam.
I was in so many films.
Yeah. And then lastly, we got Meg Foster, who played Evil Lynn. Now, poor Meg Foster, and those are they are not contact lenses. They are her actual eye color.
What? Why poor? Why?
Because
poor?
Because when I was like doing research for this thing, I found out that she suffered through this film.
Really?
Yeah. So she had bruises on her groin because of the bodice, like the metal bodice that they used for it. It was just digging into the whole time. Okay. That's why you never saw her standing down. And that's probably why it led to such like quite an intense portrayal by her.
I can't imagine like Dolph Lundgren's costume was very comfortable.
You know, he's just basically wearing S&M gear.
But he was fucking massive though, so he can take it.
Massive. Well, I'll tell you what. Somebody mentioned this I've listened to so many podcasts about this movie, like in preparation for this, and somebody like compared him to. I remember the episode of The Simpsons when they're doing the Radioactive Man movie, and they had the Arnold Schwarzenegger type actor trying to play him, and he's trying to teach him how to say up and at him, and he used to go up and at them. Up and I was just saying, I can't unsee it now. I'll keep thinking it's Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the cast of the movie. The credit screen ends with an explosion, and it cuts to scenes of a fallen Eternia. Black-clad soldiers are scattered along the rocky landscape. Castle Grayskull looms in the background. I mean, okay, let's talk about the Stormtrooper-esque soldiers first. So Mattel didn't want He-Man to kill people, so he needed like robot soldiers as something that you could fight.
So they just had a shitload of Stormtroopers that all looked like Darth Vader.
Pretty much, or off-brand Stormtroopers.
They all look like Darth Vader. And but the biggest, I mean, that's not the biggest fucking faux pas in the whole film. That's kind of just
cheesy, I've got
shite.
Right. So it cuts to the inside of the Castle Grayskull's throne room. Timu stormtroopers line the sides, and as a figure with a long staff and tattered robes marches up towards the throne. We see Evil Lynn confidently declaring Grayskull is ours. The figure shouts, "No!" and turns around to reveal a decrepit skull face of Skeletor, who states, "Grayskull is mine." Right. I need to say this. I know you said you didn't like Frank Langella's portrayal of Skeletor, but you know what? I compare this to Raul Julia as M. Bison in the Street Fighter movie. He just chews up the scene. He gives it that much intensity.
Chewing the scenery is not a good thing.
I think he just brought like this. Okay, it's not the Skeletor we know.
I actually like him because he does do it perfectly as his version of it, and I don't disagree that he's probably the best actor in the entire film.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, he took this role because his son was such a massive He-Man fan as a kid. So, he was offered the role. He took it, just so, to impress his kids. So.
When he does it, he's like, he does it with such fucking, like, it's not okay. It's more like,
Okay.
yeah.
You're cutting out quite a lot there, mate.
Well, it's because I'm fucking peeking.
Yeah,
But
you're peaking quite a lot.
that's because the thing is, that's what's good about it, is like he's using all of his voice
Mm,
and he's projecting incredibly fucking well.
yeah.
I like it, but I just don't like him as Skeletor.
I'll respectfully disagree. I think he elevates this film so much more by his performance.
He does, but he's still not Skeletor.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's fine. I mean, I even as a kid, I thought, okay, it's not our Skeletor, but his betrayal does, like, he does
Yeah.
bring this.
It's
I could easily see him better as Hordak.
I fucking love the makeup on him as well. And
Yeah.
I've said this like 10 minutes ago.
Mhm.
I actually quite like the fact that it's just makeup.
Yeah.
And I think he plays the character fucking amazingly. He's probably the best actor in the entire film, bar none.
No, absolutely. What was I going to say? Yeah. He wrote a lot of his own dialogue as well. I mean, especially the tell me, He-Man, about the loneliness of good is compared to the loneliness of evil. You know,
I am
he
not
came up with shit
surprised.
like that.
I'm not
It's very
surprised at all.
Shakespearean.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a voice off camera tells Skeletor that the power of Grayskull is not yet his. Pardon me. It's revealed to be the sorceress whom
Did you
Skeletor I was burped, yeah.
What the fuck was that?
It was me burp. I'm trying to talk and burp at the same time. So it's the sorceress whom Skeletor has captured and it's been held in a force field.
He keeps the sorcerer in his, well, he keeps a Grayskull.
Yeah. She's got in a force field, so she's subdued and he's just draining her energy.
And he
you'll
has to tell Moonlight that night.
Yeah.
And when the Moonlight comes up, he gets the entirety of the power of Grayskull.
Exactly. The power of the universe.
Yes.
So Skeletor then moves back to the throne and demands that Lyn activate the holosphere so he can address the people of Eternia. He looms directly into the camera, almost like he's addressing the audience too, as he gives his speech. It then cuts to He-Man watching on, looking pensive and concerned. Obviously...
Pensive?
Yeah, pensive. Do you know he was like one of his first
Sorry,
ever...
I only said it because I fucking love the word.
Yeah, pensive, yeah. Do you know one of his first like roles as a cameo in A View to a Kill?
Oh, yeah, no. Do you know what? I fucking love that film as well, A View to a Kill.
Yeah,
great film.
It was camp as fuck, but it's brilliant.
It is. It's a good film.
Yeah. He plays a KGB bodyguard, but do you know how he got the gig?
No.
Because he's dating Grace Jones.
So he's part of the Grace Jones family?
Yeah, well, apparently so, yeah. But
oh, wow.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think the dynamics of that relationship has been fucked up. Because do you ever hear the story about that film?
No.
So remember the scene like where James Bond goes to his room and he's being followed by like the security guards, and there's like Mayday, Grace Jones lying in the bed. What you didn't see on screen, that she had a great big black dildo, and she just whips out over the covers and like waves it around. And Roger Moore, I got absolutely so flustered and pissed off.
You were actually being serious then?
I am being serious. This actually happened.
Bullshit.
Honestly. Right, I'm getting Google up now because I need some Grace Jones. Okay, Grace Jones, dildo, View to a Kill.
And I'm going to need, like, it not just, like, from a person who was working on set.
Yeah, okay, here you go.
Proof. Where's the proof?
During filming of A View to a Kill, Grace Jones surprised her co-star, Roger Moore, during the intimate bed scene by sneaking a large black dildo onto set. She strapped it on underneath her robe and revealed it right to the camera's roll. It's a genuine shock reaction from Moore.
Grace Jones, fucking amazing.
Do you think she fucking used that on Dolph Lundgren?
I think Dolph Lundgren would have liked it.
I think he probably would.
No, I don't think it actually happened.
Do you know he's a genius, isn't he? He's got like he's a graduate of MIT. He's got like doctorates.
Who Dolph Lundgren is?
Yeah, he's really
doesn't really fucking surprise me at all. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of people who become massive meatheads are people that were bullied the fuck out of in school, and they tend to be quite smart kids that just go, I've had enough. Like, I've fucking had enough. So, yeah, I'm not entirely surprised.
Yeah, you can speak like so many different languages. I think he speaks up to like 9 to 10 languages. Well, obviously, at the time that he was making this film, English was not his strong point. And another thing about like
It's kind of like Henry Cavill, isn't it? Like, let's be honest. Henry Cavill is fucking smart as fuck.
Yeah.
And yet he's an actor and big as fuck.
Yeah.
But he's smart as fuck as well. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Another thing about, like, right, go and get used to this because he's not Adam in this. He's just He-Man. There's no cringe yet. There's nothing. Even the S&M gear doesn't even look right. Even the sword doesn't look right. It doesn't look like accurate to the cartoon at all. So Skeletor's Timu soldiers are carrying a prisoner until He-Man leaps out of nowhere to surprise them. And lots of close-ups of his chest. You know, he's swinging the sword around, but you don't see him swinging the sword. You just see it.
His chest so much.
So you don't fucking see it.
It's like nipple.
I was thinking, who's made this film? Is it bloody Joel Schumacher?
Whoever did was like, I like Dolph's nipples. He did.
So,
it fucking zooms into his chest
Yeah,
so fucking much.
Yeah, so you don't even see him swinging the sword. You don't see any action shots. It's literally just his Dolph's chest, and then you see like the soldiers on the floor, obviously, and then Man at Arms and Teela finally show up conveniently. So Man at Arms and Teela turn off eventually.
2 hours ago, and fucking yeah, that's exactly what it does.
Yeah. So Man at Arms and Teela show up, and they're talking. Obviously, they're distracted now because there's sort of little person going, "Help, help!" And then we're introduced to the Orko replacement, Gwildor, played by the legendary Billy
What
Barty.
the fuck is even he?
Now, he is a locksmith and inventor, and he takes the group to his home where he reveals the MacGuffin in the movie, and that's the Cosmic Key.
That's not what I asked.
Right. What do you mean, what the fuck is he?
Who the fuck is he?
I don't know. Obviously, you're going to see this quite a lot, especially when it comes to like later on in the film.
Why is he? No, why is he? Who is he? He's not right. Okay, he's from Eternia.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck is he not in the cartoon?
Told you, budget. They just made probably also to sell more toys. Think about
Why
this,
could they not just call him? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Basically, they couldn't figure out how to do fucking Og. I'm so pissed off.
Right. Think about it this way. They, like, the figures that were released alongside the film that Mattel did were only, like, original characters from the film, except
they didn't release him either.
They did.
Did they?
They Gwildor, and I'll get to the others in a little bit. So, I mean, when he went into his workshop, his home, obviously big Yoda vibes. But the thing that jumped out at me was, did you see how many fucking locks there were on the door?
Yeah. There's like 3.
Yeah, but that's high security. I think he might be a bit molesty. Tempting people in, come into my property. Oh yes, come into my home. Locks all the doors. I'm gonna hurt you bad. Then his voice gets deeper than he
No, he as he goes in, he does say, we never used to have to lock doors before.
Of course he'd say that. He's trying to tempt them into his sex den.
He does say that as he's literally on.
I know, yeah,
goes,
yeah. Yeah, you know, which is like what people used to say at the time in the 80s anyway. But, you know, personally, I just think he's lulling them to sell false sense of security. I'm sure he's going to offer them a drink next. And they're going to get a little bit blurry. So it turns out that, you know, they find out that he's the reason why Skeletor's been able to take over Grayskull. He was tricked into building the Cosmic Key by Evil Lyn.
He's Cosby/Diddy. He's Cosby/Diddy.
Yeah, I just got that then. He's the mini-me equivalent of Diddy.
Come on. No, we can keep that in because none of that is, I mean, they've been convicted.
Yeah.
We are allowed to say that.
Yeah. So the Cosmic Key uses sound to create doorways to anywhere, and this is how Skeletor and his minions obviously manages to get into Castle Grayskull with ease. Skeletor's henchmen, led by a new character called Karg, find the heroes and they escape via a secret passage, which guess where it leads to? Fucking Grayskull.
Yep.
So why didn't he just...
I don't understand that either. I don't... Like, why does the underground thing go to Castle Grayskull? When they wanted a fucking... Yeah, that boggled my fucking brain as well. Yeah. Because they were like, can you do a portal to Castle Grayskull?
I've got a fucking door here.
Yeah, I fucking can. And then it all kicked off. And he was like, come under here. This goes to Castle Grayskull. The fuck, you didn't tell me that before, dickhead.
So they make it... So obviously they go... So before Karg, who looks like fucking the final evolution of Katie Price, makes the way into his property, which those 3 locks don't last very long. So, okay, I might be able to retract my molesty comment now. So they make their way to the throne room. The sorceress, trapped behind Skeletor's force field, warns them to leave. The room fills with troops, followed by Evil Lyn, eventually Skeletor. He gloats how he's won and announces his plan to open the Great Eye and have all the power of the universe.
You know what the best part about this is? We're only about 20 minutes into the film.
We really are. Yeah. This has been my life for about the best part of like 3 weeks. In between like breaks at work, I'll watch a bit of the film while I'm waiting for a call. I'll be writing out this whole bloody thing. Evil Lyn realizes that Gwildor has another key. Skeletor demands that they kill him, and a brief firefight breaks out. Another thing, why the fuck's He-Man not using a sword? He's just using fucking guns. They get the key working to create a portal, and they escape to another world. Unfortunately, Gwildor drops the key, but manages to use his grappling hook to grab it just before Skeletor's forces can. The portal opens on the other side
as well. Like, what the fuck? Where does his fucking grappling hook come from?
He's got all kinds on his fucking rape belt.
On his rape belt?
Okay, his utility belt.
Did you say rape belt?
I did, yeah. He's got rape kits.
What the fuck?
Guy grabs unsuspecting people's underwear. He's got big fucking nose, he's sniffing the Eternian knickers.
You're so wrong.
The portal opens at the other side and everyone arrives safely, except for Gwildor, who lands headfirst into a pond. Cue a brief moment of levity where he squirts Teela from his gill slits.
He makes Teela squirt.
He explains to the group that he didn't know where they were because he punched the keys in at random, but then realizes that he's lost the key. After a tense moment, they're alerted to something approaching them, something large. They arm themselves to discover the creature is a cow. They're on Earth. Right. Okay, so elephant in the room. This film mostly takes place on Earth. Why? 3 guesses. Budget.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
it's going to be budget, hasn't it? Because
it's a lot easier.
Obviously, no sets and stuff. You can just do it anywhere.
According to the originals,
a lot in 80s films.
Yeah, Beastmaster 2 took place on Earth.
Fucking every fucking 80s film ever. Like, everyone got transported back to the fucking human world.
Like, it was the Mario Brothers movie.
Everything. Every fucking thing. Even, like, Back to the Future was, like, okay, that wasn't alien, but it had so much that you can just sort of go, oh, well, I can pass that off. It's just what people did in the 80s because that's what you could pass off.
Yeah. I mean, according to the original script, it was all meant to take place on Earth. Gary Goddard had to really fight to get some scenes on Eternia.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And in this film, there's no reference to him being half a human as well.
And to be fair, the cartoon was fucking wank anyway, so it's fine.
True. Yeah, because of film, like, there's a lot of places on that planet Eternia was deserts.
We are going to talk about the cartoon separately.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
I'm just going to say it. It doesn't fucking matter because the cartoon's wank as well. So
what is
who gives
wank?
a fuck?
So they all agree to split up and search for the key. And as they split up, they say, "Good journey." We're going to hear this a lot in this film. We cut to a fast food restaurant and meet one of the human protagonists, Julie, played by Courtney Cox. She's about to finish a shift for the last time.
I honestly did not know it was Courtney Cox. What the fuck?
Well, she's that young, isn't that?
No, but didn't recognise her.
And this, I mean, all the podcasts I listen to, they all like point out the same thing, and I can't unsee it now. It starts off just like when Sarah Connor's introduced in Terminator, working in a restaurant. So this is the last shift, and she's being told by a friend that she'd be crazy to leave her boyfriend Kevin. The scene gives off some pretty, I've already put this, giving off Terminator vibes, and she meets up with Kevin, and being the skinflint Julie is, she gives him a bucket of ribs from her work. Very fucking romantic, isn't it? Now, Kevin's a musician. Now,
hold on. What do you mean very fucking romantic, isn't it?
Well, it's the last time together, and she gets some ribs from work. I brought you some ribs.
You don't know how broke they are. They might be completely broke, and he might be starving. And that, in all honesty, I'd fucking take it if I was starving. Like, what the fuck are you on about? Be a dick.
Well, Kevin's a musician.
Food.
Yeah, fair enough. Kevin's a musician, and this is going to be very important to the plot later on. And
if you were starving and I brought you a bucket of fucking KFC, would you be happy? Depends. What depends? Well, you were starving, and I brought you a bucket of KFC.
I'd be happy if it's hot wings. If it's anything else, I'm going to be upset. Or popcorn chicken.
But nothing else. Just like you were starving.
Yeah.
You just leave everything else.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
So he's
starving.
So he's playing a gig at the high school.
You've clearly never starved in your entire life. You.
Seen the fucking side of me? Seen the side of me? I'm fucking huge. Of course I haven't starved.
Fucking Nepo baby.
What? Hippo baby, I think you mean. So he's playing the last gig of the high school prom, which he's not going to. She's just fucking off to New Jersey, Jersey in the UK. So he asks her to stay and watch Kinky, but she insists that she can't, and she just needs to stop her from asking to take her to the graveyard. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He wanted to watch the setup for the show, the sound test. So he just wanted to see the practice.
No, he wanted to stay and watch the whole thing.
He wants that, but he knows that she's not going to.
Well, he's hoping he can't persuade her otherwise.
He's trying to, but he's not. He's
not.
Yeah, he knows it's not.
She secretly just wants to get away from him, I think.
Yeah, no. I think what she's trying to do is trying to go further her career and move to another different state that will give her more opportunities
and make some friends.
Yeah, and they're breaking up. She told him. Yeah. He knows.
Well,
I think, in all honesty, that is the most adult thing about the entire film is the fact that they're breaking up and both of them are going, do you know what? Maybe that's what we should do. And they're like 19 years old, and they're like, do you know what? Yeah, maybe we should just break up because our lives are not going to get any better together. That's kind of fucked. That's fucking awesome.
Well, instead of going straight to the high school, she decides she wants her to take him to the cemetery. Super kinky.
To see her mum and dad's fucking... Wait, explain why. Her mum and dad died in a plane crash.
Well, you know what? You just spoiled that firstly. But, I was only kidding. So she's visiting her parents' graves. This is a PG movie, after all. Besides that, Kevin's driving around in the shaggin' wagon anyway. Julie's parents died in the plane crash, like you just spoiled it. And she's full of survivor's guilt.
How did I spoil it?
He just said her parents died in a plane crash.
What? I spoiled it because I said it before you said it.
Yeah, pretty much.
You cunt.
So Julie's filled with guilt because she blames herself because they were going to go to the beach that day, but she wants to spend the time with Kevin. So they decided to go out, take the plane out, and crashed.
They want to have one last sexy time.
This before they knew they was going to have, this would be like the last sexy time.
Well, no.
Okay, well, meanwhile,
they knew well before.
What are we on about now? I'm lost.
The sexy time. They knew about it well before. They knew they were splitting up and that she was going to go away.
Yeah, but she's going away because of the guilt over her parents' death, not because they...
She's not going away because of the guilt over her parents' death. She's going away for a job.
I don't remember anything about a job.
You clearly need to watch the film again.
Oh, I fucking watched that film countless fucking times. Anyway,
I did watch... Right, I will admit, I watched this an hour before we recorded.
Yeah, it's fresh in your mind. I know the last scene I watched was like yesterday. Anyway, so we're not with Kevin and Julie anymore. So now we're with Man-at-Arms and Tila. We've already stopped searching for the key and we decide to go hunting for food instead. But they notice that Gwildor's also in the bushes and uses grappling hook to steal a bucket of fast food from the distracted couple at the drive-thru.
You get some KFC, motherfuckers.
That's ribs. They're tucked into the feast and Tila's appalled.
It was ribs and chicken. And the name of the fucking shop is called Ribs and Chicken.
That's also an odd choice as well.
Yeah, ribs and chicken.
Anyway, Teal's really appalled to find out that she's eating ribs because obviously there must be a vegetarian on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, yeah. She gets so fucking annoyed, doesn't she?
Yeah. This meat comes on little stick, or this food comes on little stick.
And she's like, this is really nice. And then she turns around and she's like, this is really good. And
it comes on these little sticks. Oh, those
her
are
dad is like, yeah.
rib bones.
That's a rib. What? This this is an animal. She doesn't say a human or anything. She just she's disgusted by the fact that it's an animal.
And you got to admit that, there's a...
That's amazing.
Just in that dialogue before, like, they start eating, like, Man-at-Arms said he went, like, 30 days without rations. And he's quite enjoying eating those rib bones.
And fucking hell, he knew. Like, he knew exactly what they were.
Yeah.
And he turns around to Tila, who's his daughter, remember? And goes, yep, they're fucking ribs. Fucking eat up, because you need to have energy. And so he's been at war. She's never seen war like that, where she's had to eat meat. And he's like, no, fuck it. You gotta fucking eat.
He's eating some long pig. You know it.
He's probably at other species of his own species.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm inferring. That's why I said long pig.
Yeah, he probably has. He knew that was a rib straight away and didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll fucking eat it. I actually love that scene. I think it was a very good scene. And also, way before its time, like, people didn't give a fuck about eating meat then. I mean, there was a few fucking hippies and shit that did, but...
I think we'll alienate quite a lot of our audience. Can you imagine Chris would be going fucking mental with this?
Fucking hippie.
Anyway,
Chris is a hippie. I'm a fucking hippie, to be fair. I don't like eating meat, honestly, but...
I love it.
I love the taste of it, so I'm going to eat it anyway.
So we now cut back to the graveyard, and Julie and Kevin have found something in a big hole. No, not that. It's the cosmic key. Of course, Kevin, obviously being a musician, thinks it's some type of synthesizer from... I can't get the words out. He thinks it's some size. It's kind of like advanced synthesizer from Japan. I mean, he's kind of right.
Oh, yeah.
He has a fiddle with it, and then he starts playing some tunes.
Except it's not from Japan. It's not a synthesizer.
Nope. Unbeknownst to them, across the universe, Evil Lynn's picked up the signal.
That was completely wrong.
And even though they can't pinpoint it yet, the exact origin of the signal, they prepare a party of henchmen from Shein. So here's the group that... Yeah. So here's the group that Skeletor has assembled.
Teemo fucking...
Teemu Stormtroopers and henchmen from Shein.
They are.
So we've already met Karg. Looks like the mutant offspring of Katie Hopkins and Katie Price. And he's the leader of this pound band henchman.
Yeah.
We got Beastman. I mean, what the fuck is this? He looks nothing like Beastman. No, he looks like...
Oh, barely does anything in the entire film. It just, rather than get introduced, he does mute. Fuck all.
He doesn't even look like... No, he looks like... Yeah, there's a character in She-Ra called Grizzlaw. He looks more like fucking Grizzlaw.
In all honesty, name a scene where he does anything. They don't, because it's probably...
Oh, yeah, he beats everybody up and nearly kills them when somebody tells him to stop.
He barely does fucking anything.
He gets on his knees off to give Skeletor a blowjob.
That's not the version I watched.
You wait. Honestly, you look at that scene. Oh, we'll come back to that later on. And then we got Blade. Now, why couldn't this be Triclops?
Blade.
Fucking Blade. He's just a fellow with an eye patch.
I thought the exact same thing. I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck's Blade?
Again, make another toy. So I thought, why couldn't you just make him Triclops? But Triclops has that great big visor, and I'm thinking more like a practicality point of view, especially in the 80s. But fun fact, the guy who played Blade was the fight choreographer, so he taught Dolph Lundgren how to swing a sword. Not very fucking successful. Okay, and lastly we got Sarod. You know what? This actually, the snake looking man. He was probably the best looking character in the bunch. I mean, I remember being terrified of him as a kid, but the helmet looks like it resembles a King Cobra's, the head of a King Cobra.
In all honesty, the practical effects in this film are actually quite good. Mm-hmm. And the fucking props department went all out. And the costumes were fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The acting failed it.
I'm saying the guy who plays Blade, Jesus Christ, he hams it up. I think he's trying to outbuddy Frank Langella.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Earth, and we see that Kevin at the high school gym. Kevin's doing a sound check and not using the last moments they have to show Julie his cosmic key. And to be honest, though, Julie doesn't seem to be arsed and would rather spend their last hours in town wandering around the high school. Anyway, Kevin's showing his ability to mimic a tune, starts playing the notes that's similar to what he's heard on the key. He picks it up and fiddles with the buttons, only for it to start the demo mode. And it goes like, and starts a fucking light show.
Yeah.
Cut right to it.
Demo mode.
Yeah, fucking activate the demo. Remember you played this?
keyboard. Puts it into demo mode.
Right, and cuts right to Eternia, where the signal reaches Skeletor, who sends his Sheen minions through the portal. They arrive in the school corridor, only to come across a janitor who Beastman comes across a janitor who the Beastman of One Below proceeds to beat up while the hook-handed Katie Price, showing all the leadership skills of a gimp with his zipper stuck, tells the group not to kill anyone as they need to find the king. They don't really pay much attention to him because, after throwing the janitor, who looks like his head is covered in some red paint, or SFX has just not been paid that day. Or the only thing I could compare it to is maybe just watch too many Hammer horror movies through the doors of the gym. Now, they proceed to shoot the place up, setting the place on fire and chasing poor Julie, who manages to escape, throwing something into Beastman's face which burns him. I don't know if it's acid or bleach. It just reminds me of that scene with the remember Monster Squad where the fucking kid puts the garlic bread to fucking Dracula's face and starts like fucking hissing. Anyway.
No idea.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're probably wondering where Kevin is. Well, that mulleted moron bugged off to his pal Charlie's music shop to show off his new toy. Julie's now fled to what can only be described as a junkyard and runs into He-Man. He calms her down eventually and she just explains to him that she's being chased by monsters. The One Beyond henchmen arrive on the scene. He-Man gives Julie a gun to protect herself while he goes after her pursuers. The troopers are taken out early and He-Man takes on Blade, Sir-Rod and Beastman. The acting from Blade is so amateurish. He just hams up. I've been looking forward to this. It's like he is trying to like out-act Frank Langella. So Karg sneaks up in behind and grabs Julie, but He-Man launches a sword at Karg, only to miss him by inches. Teal and Man-at-Arms finally turn up and send the villains running. Okay, even after the troops are taken out, it still leaves them 4-3 advantage. Why are they fucking running off? There's only 3 of them and like 4 are the most powerful bloody minions that Skeletor's got, and he still fuck off. Makes no sense.
I know.
He-Man deduces that He-Man realizes that they must have access to a portal to Eternia, so he sends Teela and Duncan to chase after them. So we cut to Charlie's music shop where Kevin's turned up to show off his find. Like Kevin, Charlie also thinks that it's something from Japan. Kevin activates demo mode again. You might as well just fucking paint a target on his back,
yeah.
Especially
Kevin gets fucked in that film, really. Seriously, you get like the shit they put on his neck. He gets the shit kicked out of him. They put that fucking like truth telling thing on his fucking neck. Like,
I've got thoughts about that. So Charlie's impressed and immediately offers to buy it. However, they're interrupted by the sights and sounds of sirens zooming past the shop. Charlie gets on his police scanner and finds out what's going on. To discover that Kevin's concerned that they're heading to an incident at the school. Kevin rushes off to find the school surrounded by police, ambulances, and fire trucks. He asks the janitor who's being wheeled out what happened. Unhelpfully, he just replies, "You don't want to know." I mean, just say
really
something
helpful.
Yeah, just say something
helpful.
Just say something. Just like all he has to say is like, some mumble about monsters or something.
Happened.
You don't want to know. Well, clearly he wants to fucking know. And here we're
His
introduced.
girlfriend was in there. I mean, the fucking janitor knew she was in there as well. That's the fucking worst part. He knew she was in there.
He doesn't give a fuck.
I was a cunt.
Yeah. And here we're introduced as Detective Luber, played by James Tolkien, who 80s, 90s kids are instantly recognise as Principal Strickland from Back to the Future. He's the token. See what I did there? Grumpy cop. Oh, that's Sue. That sounds Sue Wooden.
That's not it.
What is a token grumpy cop?
He's black.
He's not black. He's white.
White.
Okay. He questions Kevin, and he's got a pretty shitty attitude, and marches him into his car to go look for Julie. Speaking of Julie, He-Man's explained the situation to her, thankfully off screen to avoid giving us all an aneurysm. Right. Okay. So Duncan and Teela arrive there to let He-Man know that the villains escaped. Teela isn't impressed in the slightest that He-Man is competent Julie. Clearly, she wants to be wrapped up in his cape and get her hands on his power sword. Right. Next thing you know, Squildor turns up in a pink Cadillac. Oh, you got it now. It's fucking delayed reaction.
It's fuck. I fucking love it.
Right. Gwildor then turns up in a pink Cadillac, which is upgraded and doesn't need to use airfield. Right, okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Gwildor wants to find the key and get home.
No, I think Gwildor wants to stay in fucking Earth.
Right, think about it this way, right? First, he abandons the search. So first he abandons the search for food instead. Then he wastes a few hours converting a bloody car. Part me gets it. He's created the cars with a key, which he's assisted Skeletor to take over. Castle Grayskull. He's already become public enemy number one. Of course, he's gonna fucking live his best life in another part of the universe. Yeah, the way he was to go on with Face the Music.
No.
Okay, right.
Why would he?
So the group drives off into the night in search of Kevin and the key. Meanwhile, back across to Eternia, Skeletor's talking creepily to Evelyn, and he's got his hand around her neck. He's not happy that people of Eternia won't submit to him. The only way that he will, if they witness, is if the people of Eternia see him destroy He-Man. This is when Karg and his group return without the key. Skeletor is enraged by this and demonstrates the consequences of his, of them failing. And they kill fucking Sarod. They killed the most visually intriguing member of the group.
Yep.
Why did they do that?
I don't.
Now we're left with Jordan.
But because it probably costs too much to have him in the fucking film. Because that's kind of how things get cut.
Yeah,
money.
But he was the best. He was the best. Like, he was the most visually pleasing to look at. He had
money.
He was honestly, it was the best performance.
Ian, we know this. We know the answer.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking money.
Yeah, now we're left with
shit gets cut. Fucking money.
So now we're left with Jordan and her next bot's facelift, overacting Blade, and Ginger Merkin from Amazon Marketplace.
Yeah.
Skeletor decided, after Beastman tries to give Skeletor blowjobs, to let him off, Skeletor decides to give him another chance, and this time he sends Evil Lynn back with him in the hopes that they'll actually be competent this time. Lubick and Kevin arrive at Julie's house. It's empty. They get chatting, and Julie calls. For some stupid reason, Kevin's pretending it's not her and carries on with the call. Lubick's clearly not fucking stupid. He knows what's going on, and he snatches the phone away just as Julie hangs up. Then he realizes, okay, it's got something to do with this key. So he takes the key off Kevin and he fucks off. But before he goes, what does he do? What does Kevin do? He turns on demonstration. Yet again, putting another fucking target on his back. Evelyn's alerted this and the pinpoint where Kevin's coming from. Luckily for Kevin, he's also microwaving some ribs in the microwave. So he blow up the microwave, as you do. And Lubick takes the key and fucks off.
Mm.
Now, after some heavy product placement for Burger King, you see him clearing the table.
Burger King.
You see him putting stuff in the bin, but he makes sure that he turns the cup so you can see it's Burger King.
He does, and the Pepsi as well. The fucking Pepsi in the background. The fucking scene, it's a fight scene as well, and it just starts, and there's just a stack of empty Pepsi cans, but all of them are facing the camera perfectly.
No, it reminds you of this.
What the hell? They got the money for this?
Well, right, that's what I was going to say. So there was a film out years ago. It was Return to Kill Tomatoes.
Yes.
And halfway through the film, they run out of budget, so they start doing product placements. That's happened here. They've run out of money. That's to go and get.
It's exactly that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's exactly that.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious. But it's also a way to get fucking famous with a nothing. The fuck?
Anyway, Kevin's tidying up saying,
"Of the killer tomatoes."
I used to love that cartoon. I used to love that. I did have Return to Kill Tomatoes on Betamax as well. I think so. I watched it recently.
I think that's one of the reasons we first started talking together, because I was doing that and you went and said something along the same lines, and I was like, "Oh, you've watched it too."
I watched it recently,
Fucking mental, innit?
And I can't get over the fact that George Clooney plays the sidekick in it.
It's fucking insane.
Anyway, so Kevin's product placement's interrupted by the back door getting smashed in by Beastman. Now, Kevin obviously shits himself, and I don't know if you noticed it, but the only thing he has to hand to defend himself is a paper nap. Did you notice? So Beastman's come, bounding towards him, and Kevin just throws a fucking paper napkin that just falls limply to the floor. Yeah, think about this, all right? He's in a kitchen. He's surrounded by knives, utensils, a fucking chair. What does he throw? A fucking napkin, and it just floats. It bounces. It doesn't even bounce off Beastman. It just hits his fur and then just falls limply to the ground. So obviously the tissue does nothing. And Beastman's certainly not learning from his last run-in with a human. Beats the shit out of Kevin again. But this time, luckily, Evil Lynn manages to subdue him, and Kevin, now pinned against the fallen table, gets the So they use a truth device, a collar, and they put it around Kevin's neck, and he gives up. He says that the key's been taken by a detective, and he's been taken to a shop. So they leave, but they leave the collar on Kevin. Now, just as the ship flies off, the great big pink Cadillac turns up. You know what? How the fuck did they not see the great big spaceship taking off right in front of them?
No idea. Genuinely no idea.
You know what else really got to me as well? So Karg finds an article about Julie's parents. How the fuck can he read English? Anyway, so
I don't. Do you know what though? Like, I don't fucking like. No, that's fine because I like cartoons. So I don't even fucking care if someone's got the ability to hear how fucking grass talks. If they've got that ability, they've got that ability in the cartoon. It's fine.
Okay, maybe I'm sober thinking.
Comics and super people. Why can't we just go? We're children, really. It's really nice if people are nice.
Anyway, they find a Kevin messed up and drooling against a broken table with a collar still attached. Now, they really missed the opportunity to have some fun with this scene. Good to got Kevin to say some really funny shit, like, I don't know, Julie, why is the guy in S&M gear giving me a boner? Julie's leaving because I asked her to massage my prostate and it got weird. I got distracted by my reflection in Lubbock's bald, shiny head. I wrote a song about Julie's parents' plane crash. It's called Zoom Bang Boom.
Oh, fucking hell. God. Can I, what? Right, okay. Real talk now, Ian.
Yeah.
Can I write the music for that?
Yeah, go on.
I want to be on the fucking album. Wow.
Zoom Bang Boom. All right. Duncan finally manages to remove the collar and Kevin instantly freaks out. This time, actually grabs something fucking useful, a chair. Obviously, it's about as useful as the napkin because just Teal or Buddy Duncan just shoots it out of his hand anyway. Julie calms him down and eventually he's convinced that they're the good guys. And this is where shit gets weird again. Are we ready for this? Wildor rocks up wearing a woman's feather boa, a summer hat, and now everyone in the group's amused. Right, think about this. He's gone through somebody's clothes, possibly Julie's dead mother's clothes. He's dodgy as fuck. I don't think he's hiding. You know what I said? I don't think he's hiding from Skeletor on Earth now. I think he's under investigation. All those locks in his doors, the secret passages, he's probably got a hole with somebody inside. No, I'm going to call him Buffalo Grill. That's why his skin's so fucking saggy. It's a meat suit. He's wearing a fucking meat suit.
Who's wearing a meat suit?
Fucking Gwildor, think about it. That's why his skin's so saggy. That's not his real skin.
So he's just, he's just a fucking floating orb of energy. And he's just wearing a skin suit.
Yeah, he's Buffalo Grill. He's fucking tucking and diving, singing,
Goodbye, horses.
That's fucking amazing. That's a good idea. I love this.
Buffalo Grill.
God, yeah, we should not really watch things because we're fucked up in the head.
We are. Anyway, the group head off to Charlie's music store. Kevin thinks Lubbock will go there first because obvious. He's right, obviously, and they cut to Lubbock and Charlie discussing the key. The question about possibly Russian comes up. Of course, it's the 80s. The conversation's interrupted by He-Man's group, who somehow arrived first before Evil Lynn's, even though they'd been gone for about 10 fucking minutes before. And anyway, Lubbock's freaked out by Gwildor. He-Man warns Charlie and Lubbock that Evil Lynn and the goons are on the way and they're after the key. Lubbock pulls a gun but is disarmed immediately and marched into the back room by Teela with Julie and Kevin, Charlie and Gwildor. So they're safe when the attack begins. Gwildor immediately gets to work on the key and Kevin comes over and begins the musical bromance. But before things between them get mind-numbingly boring and awkward, Lynn's group arrives and she tells Karg to come with her whilst Beastman and the troops head to the store. And so begins, just imagine the Stranger Things theme plays, the siege of Charlie's music store. The pound stretch of stormtroopers impressively leap through the shop windows and shit starts kicking off. John Cypher's the guy who plays Man-at-Arms. He's clearly fucking loving this. I mean, just the banter he has with He-Man. Oh, look, they missed us and stuff like that. But you know what? Interesting fact about this. So when they were filming this, it was filmed in actual seats, so that's an actual shot that they're in at the moment. That's not a set. So they broke the windows to go in there. So they damaged all the shops on the high street. They had to go back. They had to pay out the budget to go back and board up all the shop windows because they had to use the shops had to open the next day.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lubbock convinces Teal to join the battle. She doesn't entirely trust him, so she hands his gun to Kevin before storming in, taking out the troopers. before coolly turning around and calls Sev woman at arms. Back to the other room where Lubik's getting antsy. Lubik tells him that He-Man's group needs to get back home. She looks outside to see a familiar face. It's her mother. Whilst the others are distracted, her mother's turned up in the back alley. Whilst the others are distracted,
yeah. And do you know what? That's kind of fucking creepy as well. I actually quite like that scene though. Like,
Right.
if you do that in a film, that's a fucking amazing scene. It's gay as fuck, camp as fuck. Fucking love it. Every fucking moment of that is, it'll bring a tear to your eye. It's fucking gold. That is like, to do that in a film.
Right. Well, I'm going to take it. I'm going to bring a different take to your opinion, and all I could think about was Spaceballs.
Oh yeah, too.
So while the others are distracted,
I know exactly where you're going as well.
So after she hugs her mum and she explains that her dad had to fake the death because they're on a special mission. And of course, what did he want? The fucking key. Julie sneaks into the back and takes the key, telling her to take it to, taking it to her mum, who says, "Thank you, dear," before revealing herself to be evil Lynn. Honestly, all I wanted her to shout was, "Ha! Fooled you!" Because it literally is just like for like that scene from Spaceballs. Yes? No?
Kind of. But
it is. It literally is just like right. I want to know what came first. Was it Spaceballs or Massive?
But what's wrong with that though? I don't understand what's wrong with it.
No, it's just all I could think about. Maybe because I've seen Spaceballs, but I just couldn't get that scene out of my head, and I just wanted like Evil Lynn. Even the scream at the end, when she realised it's not a mum, it's Evil Lynn.
Yeah, but a lot of things were copying each other at the time, so it's still funny. It's still cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Julie screams over dramatically as Evil Lynn saunters away to tell Skeletor she's got the key. He-Man knows something's up when he runs back after the troops back down. They discover the key's been taken and runs out to the back, only to be met with suppressing fire. Inside the shop, Lubik gets a shotgun from Charlie. He runs out to confront the troops, only to hide behind his car, which gets unfortunately fucked up in the shop. Suddenly, ominous music plays. Portal opens. More troops march out, some on hovering discs, and then a large ship comes through. Skeletor has arrived on Earth. Evil Lynn has told Skeletor that He-Man has evaded her troops, and he's not happy, and he sends in the troops on hover discs to go out and track him down. They find this group in an alley and open fire. They, of course, miss He-Man because of the stormtroopers, obviously. He-Man manages to take out a hover disc and flies off too. Now, can we talk about these bloody hover discs? The way they're squatting on it looks like they're taking a shit. Have you noticed?
Sorry, what?
So, those hover discs, like, you see those troops like on those hovering, like the big discs, like the hoverboards.
Oh yeah. They were like sort of like basically they're kind of like basically for people who've not really got really into this. It's kind of like what the Green Goblin rides in Spider-Man.
Yeah,
it's that. It's just like a weird like fucking leaf thing that they just ride and they fly through the air.
But it also looks like they
it well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah. But just the way they actually stand on them, obviously that they're sitting on some sort of like green stool or something, just to keep them like standing up.
No, I think that is right. The thing they sit on, I think it's actually a butt plug, and that's
what I was going to say. It was like what?
Well, that way they can go upside down and shit, because because of gravity and stuff.
So they got like a magnetic, so they got like a butt plug in there, and so they have to insert the butt plug in, and then it's a powerful magnet, but the two magnets are suppressing themselves. Yes. It's like that thing that Mr. Garrison made in South Park. So He-Man uses grappling.
Right, this is what we used to do. This is what our podcast used to be. We'd record, and then it'd descend into madness, and we just talked.
Yeah,
this is what it's meant to be.
This is like at our purest form. So He-Man uses grappling gun to steal the key back from Evil Lynn, who screams in frustration. Meanwhile, Gwildo tries to track the key, only to be surprised by Skeletor, who somehow managed to sneak up behind him in a huge fucking ship. How nobody fucking noticed that, I don't know.
What, the huge ship?
Yeah, the huge fucking ship, yeah.
I mean, that's happened quite a bit.
It has.
Yeah.
I think people pretend are slightly blind.
No, we shouldn't say this to the Americans, but we kind of did that. We just turned up on a big ship and went, "Fooled you."
He-Man arrives as Skeletor shoots some force lightning from his hands, hitting Julie in the leg and also damaging the key. He-Man wipes out like a fucking amateur, starts to fight off Skeletor's troops. Eventually, he's overcome by the troops. He fights them off again until Skeletor announces that he will spare everyone's lives if He-Man returns with him to Eternia as a slave. He agrees and leaves with Skeletor, but not before saying, "Good journey." Now, this scene, right, He-Man's meant to be the most powerful man in the universe, and he's getting overcome by a bunch of fucking Team Stormtroopers.
Yep. Pretty much.
I mean, he fights them off, and he's like, he should be like throwing them up in every fucking direction.
But you also have to remember that a lot of his magic comes from Eternia, and it's kind of, if you want to fucking break it down to brass tacks, it's very like Star Wars. It's the light versus the dark. It's the balance of good versus evil. That's the whole point of the fucking thing.
He's still like underpowered in this. Those troops should be getting flung.
Oh yeah. They should be absolute. No, the troops fucking heads explode. I would like it. Imagine a fucking 18+ version of He-Man.
I can, but I think that's a porn parody.
No, do you know how I would open up the 18+ He-Man? I'd have Prince Adam playing a Commodore 64 and playing Barbarian, have him do the pull down on the joystick and hit the button that does the swirl round and cut your head off, and just go straight into the fucking intro of the film.
If you're going to make it 18+, it'd be Prince Adam leaning over as Fisto looms over him.
It pans out again, and Prince Adam's dead. Then it pans out again, and Skeletor's dead too.
Yips. Okay. I was going to say, no, it's Prince Adam on all fours while getting on all fours while Fisto stands above and going, assume the position, Adam.
It just keeps panning out, and basically everyone in the He-Man universe is dead, and life has to start again. And it turns out it's just two slugs.
What the fuck? You're making a very art house, like, Master of the Universe here.
I like it.
Okay. Anyway, so the key's been damaged. It's wiped out the coordinates to Eternia. The rest of the group are stuck there. Julie's been zapped by Skeletor now. It looks like, if you've been hit by lightning, there's going to be some sort of burn there. But it's got this green ooze, like, sticking out of it. Oh, I'm thinking, okay, right. Well, why is everybody distracted by saying goodbye to He-Man? What?
Ian, have you been hit by lightning?
No, what?
Neither have I.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, if you've been struck by lightning, you're electrocuted. It's going to be a burn.
Do you remember in school when you used to ask people, have you been struck by lightning? And you get kids that said, yeah. And you're like,
no.
He's the one who tells lies.
No. I mean, we knew a lad who in school who got, like, bird shit in his eye. That's about it.
Bird shit in his eye?
Yeah, fucking Neil Kay.
In his eye?
Yeah, fucking bird shit in his eye.
Oh, yeah, he went to the fucking nurse, didn't he? God, I remember that. Oh, no, but that was actually horrific. That wasn't a nice thing, and everyone actually did help. That was actually quite a fucking beautiful fucking day.
Tell you the one who laughed.
You could be the one who laughed, because I choose to believe that was a beautiful day, and all the sun shined, and I don't know. I know Neil got shot in his eye, but it wasn't my fucking problem.
Okay, so, I think while Julie's been, like, down, everybody's been saying goodbye to He-Man. Fucking Gwildor's tried to, like, heal it by fucking spunking on it. That's not, like, that's not gunk from a wound. That's Gwildor's spunk.
Yeah. And he...
Let me help you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Skeletor brings...
To be fair, though, like, Teela has been showing him pure fucking camel toe for the last, like, 2 days. He might be, like, a bit horny.
Well, I honestly do think that Gwildor's a very horny person. He's clearly got a sex dungeon. He's got a rape kit.
I think Teela is as well, though. Teela is fucking horny for Prince Adam and He-Man.
Yeah.
But she never gets him. So she's probably back home just fucking drilling anything.
She's got to sit on Gwildor's nose.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay, so Skeletor brings He-Man back to Grayskull.
It's fucking lovely, Leonardo.
What'd you say, Leonardo?
What?
What'd you say about Leonardo?
I didn't say anything. I might have said she's fucking lovely, Leonardo.
Skeletor brings He-Man. Don't know anymore. Okay, Skeletor brings He-Man back to Grayskull, which in an attempt to make the hero kneel before his throne. He-Man fuses. I mean, he starts getting the energy whip out now, and the fucking blades just whipping shit out of him. And this is obviously where they get the scene with the, this is where
That energy whip thing. It's fucking weird. Where did that come from? Why wasn't it in the start?
Yeah, and obviously, right. And in the cartoon, it was Beastman who had the whip, so why the fuck's Blade got it? It should have been Beastman's in the first place. And this is where you get the scene where Frank Langella does, He-Man telling me the difference, tell me about the loneliness of good is equal to the loneliness and the evil. He-Man's having absolutely fucking none of it. Back on Earth, Gwildo's managed to, Gwildo and Kevin, because Kevin's, obviously, like I said earlier in the film, Kevin could mimic like the tunes of the Cosmic Key, so they hook up some crazy fucking contraption, and it transports them to Eternia. Lubick joins them with his shotgun, and they arrive just as Skeletor opens the eye of, I was going to say Eye of Harmony. That's Doctor Who, isn't it?
Wait, what's Doctor Who? Sorry,
the Eye of Harmony. That's from Doctor Who, isn't it?
The Eye of Harmony.
Yeah,
is it Doctor Who?
Yes, Doctor Who. Yeah,
lots of Doctor Who. Right. Okay. I'm not. By the way, I love Doctor Who, but it's fine not to fucking know, because Jesus Christ, it
is a deep cut. It is a very deep cut.
There's a lot of Doctor Who.
Yeah. The only reason I know that because it was in the 96 movie. Even though it should have been on Gallifrey, it was somehow in the TARDIS. I don't know. It makes no sense.
Have you ever played the... Oh, God. We're going to end up descending into something fucking crazy now, but have you ever played any of the computer games that you can go on iPlayer and just type in Doctor Who, and they have computer games? There's been
Didn't even
some
know that was a thing.
fucking... Yeah, and Telltale Games did one of them.
I know a lad when college had actually worked on one of those Doctor Who games.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
So anyway, the group arrive, just as Skeletor opens the eye and becomes a golden god Skeletor. And Skeletor's won. Sorcerer's just like a fucking prune. So during the battle, the man manages to get free, and he gets hold of the sword, and then we finally get the line in the film. Up, and this is where I see the up and at them joke from The Simpsons, because he doesn't say I have the power. He goes, I have the power. He sounds like a deaf person.
Who does?
He-Man, when He-Man sounds like a deaf person when he's holding up the sword and he says, I have the power. Listen to it.
Ian, I don't think you can put the home.
Okay, I can't say. Oh. Okay, it's obviously it's a very broken English version of I have the power.
Ian?
Yeah?
No,
I can't say it. Okay, fair enough. Shit, where was I? Okay. Now here comes the cue for the shittest fucking showdown of sword fight in movie history. Then this massive, biggest sound stages in 40 years in Hollywood, and they're fighting in the dark, they're fighting in a what's it called? Looks like they're fighting in a bloody warehouse. It's dark. It's just them in the dark with a couple of flashlights on them. And you know why that is? So they actually ran out of money. They had to shut down production. It was so close to filming that Gary Goddard, the director, managed to scrape some money together just to film that last battle. So in the suit, it's not Frank Langella. It's actually the guy who played Blade. He's in the suit as Skeletor.
Oh, wow.
So that's obviously because they're working on a super tight budget. They managed to just hire some cameras and just got a dark room. That's why that scene looks like that.
Sometimes you have to do shit like that, and it's just sort of like if you want it to work, you've just got to pull it together somehow. Just pull on to everything. I think making films and making a fucking film that gets a budget behind it is incredibly fucking difficult these days. You used to be able to just go, Pepsi, would you like to do something with Coca-Cola and McDonald's and KFC and, I don't know, can I be a brand whore?
So anyway, Skimmer manages to break the staff, and Skeletor's no longer Golden Skeletor, he's just normal Skeletor. They fight on for a little bit longer. He-Man manages to subdue him, and he knocks him into the abyss. Skeletor, now defeated, falls into a bottomless pit the bottomless pit that we think it is. Everything's been restored. He-Man saved the day, and peace restored to Eternia. The sorceress has been restored. She's healed Julie's leg magically. Gwildor has now been arrested under Operation Jubilee. sorry, Operation Utri, and is now waiting trial.
Operation Jubilee.
I don't know what to think of it. Lubick decides to become a.
You know what?
What?
Operation Jubilee should just be the operation of tracking down what the fuck Prince Andrew did. Operation Jubilee. That is the best name for that.
And I did it by accident.
Yep.
So Lubix decides to stay behind on Eternia because he's dressed, he's dressed like a bloody. I don't even know. He's like surrounded by all these beautiful women, and he's dressed like a bloody Caesar.
And he's called Lubix.
Yeah, he's got a fucking toga on. Anyway, he decides to stay. Julie and Kevin, the sources decide to send Julie and Kevin home back to Earth. But just before, as they're sending away, Julie tries to shout something to the sorceress, but she doesn't manage it in time. What I will also say as well, like I said earlier, so the sorceress is played by Christina Pickles, who played Monica's mum in Friends, and Courtney Cox plays Monica. Now, I think that in the show, Monica's mum's quite mean to her. And here's my theory about this. It's because Skeletor basically won because Julie took the cape and gave it to Evil Lynn, and she's pissed off about that.
Yeah, it's pretty much
it's a shitty theory, but it kind of works.
No, it actually does track.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, so Julie wakes up in her bed. But here's the twist. The sorceress, being kind, sent her to the day the parents died. So this time, Julie knows what's going to happen. She tries to warn them, they're not listening, so she steals the keys, runs out into the street and meets Kevin, and somehow they got a fucking snow globe in their hands. You look into it, and there's He-Man holding the sword going, I have the power. And the film ends.
Yeah. In all honesty, Ian, do you know how I see these films? I see them as very good things to watch to learn how to structure a film, but the writing is terrible.
Yeah.
And some of the acting is terrible. Some of it's fucking amazing. In this one in particular, they fucking did actually do some lines amazingly. But majority of the film, people are chewing scenery. And it's disgusting, but it's not their fault.
No, so what we also missed as well, after the credits, it falls at the bottom of the pit.
Wait, there's an after credit scene?
There's an after credit scene.
I didn't
And
know.
just the water and Skeletor's head.
Wait. No. Bullshit. This film came out in 1987. It had an after credit scene in 1987.
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
It did.
No, it didn't. They've added
It did.
that. No, it didn't. It fucking didn't.
It did.
It fucking didn't.
After the credits rolled, there's a bit in the pit and Skeletor's head.
Yeah, in the new one, they might do. But in the 1987 version, there was nothing after the credits.
There was. Google it.
No, the fuck it wasn't.
Right, Marvel didn't start the after credits scene. If anything,
I never said Marvel did.
Ferris Bueller did it.
Ferris Bueller did do it.
Lethal Weapon
mid-credits.
Lethal Weapon 3 did it.
Lethal Weapon 3.
Yeah.
Fucking Jackie Chan films.
So we know that Skeletor's head pops out of the water and he goes, I'll be back. He wasn't fucking back.
Do you know what it's like to be a middle-aged man? Basically, you want to watch Jackie Chan films.
Oh, gee, I do want to watch Police Story too.
So yeah, Police Story.
Or City Hunter. I love that film.
Oh my God.
Him dressed as
And then the
Chun-Li.
after credits, and you just watching it going, the guy's a fucking nutcase. He's like,
probably love him.
I will get famous. I'll throw myself out a window.
I'll do mad shit.
He fucking threw himself out the window.
So that was Masters of the Universe. So I reached out to listeners of the podcast and people who follow us on socials and see what their thoughts in the movie. And I've got a couple of opinions.
You got replies.
We got replies. So this is from the Horror and Hair podcast. I have such a strong memory of seeing it in the cinema, but it must have only been 6. So unlikely. Loved He-Man. So I've got some others here.
Is that's all they sent? Just loved He-Man. It's just nice. I thank you for your messages, but if you're nice, we don't know what to do.
I'm going to say now, nobody has put any negative comments on this.
Oh shit!
Right, okay.
Please be negative sometimes, so I can.
So you can riff on it.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be nasty to people who send nice things. I can't.
She basically wants people to rip. But you want people to rip on it for agreeing with you.
I just want people to have a go, so I can have a go back.
Right, there's some retro fine nerd. I showed this in my I just remember my dad showed this movie to my brother and me, and my brother was always obsessed. This one comes from Godzilla 1978. It's a great film, only Dolph could play He-Man. Next one's from Andy. My grandma took me and my brother to watch this at the cinema.
Only
It's the
Dolph
first-
could play He-Man.
Right, will you stop interrupting? I'm trying to read what the
No,
customer...
no, because that was a different email. I want to reply to them.
Right, okay, go on then.
Can I not reply to the emails? Fucking hell. People send you messages. You're not going to fucking, like, go, well, I want to reply to that. You're just going to read through them and just be like, oh, look, it's high scoreboard.
Right, what do you want to say? Only Dolph could play He-Man. What do you want to say to that?
That's bullshit. Only Dolph could play He-Man. What, at the time? I think I'd like to see fucking Arnie do it. That'd be fucking god tier. You're joking. Oh my God. I'd have paid money to see that. And I'd want him to do it in such a thick Austrian accent as well.
No.
Fucking yes. Basically, the whole premise of He-Man is that Skeletor had this Castle Grayskull. It was Skeletor's originally. He-Man took it over so he could be the god. Skeletor fought back and got it back. And then He-Man came back after him. It was Skeletor's in the fucking first place. He-Man fucking came in like a dickhead.
Is this your own headcanon again?
Yes.
Okay. Right, this one comes from Andy. My grandma took me and my brother to watch this at the cinema. It was my first ever movie to watch at the cinema. It brings back great memories for me. I have a special place in my heart for this film, and I can't wait to watch the 2026 reboot.
Nice.
This one comes from Thomas Shaw 911. I love this film. I don't see why people slate it.
I don't either, really. I mean, it's not as bad as people think.
No.
Like you
It's of
watch
its
it.
time.
Do you know what? It's not bad. It's not fucking bad. It's a good film. I will sit and watch it. And I did. I sat and watched it and watched all of it, which is quite difficult when you've got ADHD.
Yeah, it really is.
Incredibly difficult. But yeah, I sat and watched it and I listened to it. And I'm like, okay, well, if you got my fucking attention, it's probably okay.
And the last one this particular post came from Baby Yoda. I love the original movie with Dolph Lundgren in it. He was the best He-Man. I mean, a lot of love for Dolph Lundgren here.
Yeah, surprising, actually.
Okay, and I think we've got a few more here, and then we're all done.
I'm surprised so many people are so, like, into Dolph Lundgren. I always thought everyone thought he was a bit of a dickhead.
These are a bit more in-depth on the other posts.
I'm not saying I personally did, but, like, at the time, like, you spoke to anybody, but, like, oh, Dolph Lundgren. Do you know what I actually did think, though? In the Street Fighter film, Dolph Lundgren should have played Guile.
Really?
Yes.
Why couldn't you just get an American to play him?
Why couldn't Dolph Lundgren just play Guile? Because he is Guile. Have you seen his body type? Have you played Street Fighter?
Yes, of course I played Street Fighter.
Mutants. Every fucking character in is a fucking mutant. So we need, like, a fucking mutant like Dolph Lundgren.
Okay. Yeah, but the only way they could do it is if they did a Flash Gordon and just completely dub over his lines.
Well, yeah, I'd be happy with that, to be fair.
Right.
I'd be happy if he spoke and then 2 seconds later they dubbed it in.
Not like one of those old, like Japanese, or like the dodgy anime from when we were kids, like the original Battle of the Planets or Ulysses, where the dubbing's really fucking bad. Oh yes, it's me, my son. How are you? Okay, right.
Yeah.
Right, because this one comes from Emerald Munster. I loved this as a kid, and I still do. Won't even call it a guilty pleasure. It has everything great about the 80s fantasy era, and a very cool synth tune to go with it. A very cool synth tune to go with it. This is instantly recognizable. I think I saw Dolph in Rocky IV and Universal Soldier. Yeah, I watched a lot of that. I shouldn't have as a kid, so I was skeptical of him being the hero. He pulled it off. This comes from Scouse, and he's actually attached a picture of his copy of the DVD. I remember getting
from Scouse.
Yeah, that's the name. That's his username.
Okay.
I remember getting taken to watch this when I was 7. It's still my favourite film. I'm now 46. This one comes from Hughes83. Being 5 years old plus, being dragged from the cinema lobby by my mum, kicking and screaming because we just finished watching a film as a treat, and the iconic poster was in the lobby. Now, I remember this remember, this is 1988. We had no magazine covers, no magazine coverage or home trailers, let alone mobile phones or global instantaneous social platforms. The poster was the first and only inkling we had of the film's existence. I lost my mind and refused to leave the cinema premises until we had watched it. And last one comes from Andreas. I was 13 when this came out, and I had a pirate copy. Remember those? Loved it as a 13-year-old, and it just blew my mind. That's it.
Nice.
That's the feedback that we got. It means universally there's a lot of love about
By
this.
the way, like when he said pirate copy, what he meant is he watched it round as one of his friends. He didn't mean he got a pirate copy. He didn't break the law.
No, absolutely not. He did not break the law. None of us in the 80s or 90s ever did that whatsoever.
Never. We wouldn't steal a house.
You wouldn't steal your nan's dentures.
We wouldn't steal Mars.
We wouldn't shiv a toddler.
What?
I don't know. I was just trying to escalate things.
You had to go extra, didn't you, Ian?
Of course, I have to go fucking extra.
Fucking hell. Don't shiver, baby. Fucking hell. Oh, God. Please, no, I do not want that to be our fucking tagline. Don't shiver, baby.
Don't give a reach around to a gibbon.
That's good, though.
Me and Chris didn't watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like months before it came out in the UK on a video copy.
Oh,
no, we
right.
didn't. No, we didn't. No. But yeah, so my final thoughts on the film is it's not good, but I'll still love it. It still takes me back to being that 6-year-old kid. 7-year-old kid.
I think personally, from me, I give it 8 out of 10, just because I think if you're of that age, it's too fucking, well, it reminds me of being a kid. It's 8 out of 10.
I would rate it probably a little bit lower, 7 out of 10, but I still love it. And Frank Langella, I didn't like the performance as a kid, but as I've got 10, so grew up with the film.
His
performance
turns out to be fucking amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah, he just elevated so much, and I still want to make comparisons to him and Raul Julia, because those two took really shit films, really poorly written parts, but they just acted the shit out of it.
They did, yeah, absolutely.
And they elevated it and became iconic. But yeah, I still love this film. I always will, but I am really looking for. The one thing I missed, I wanted Battle Cat. I just wanted Battle Cat. I know we couldn't get it because of the 80s, and obviously Canon Films was in a lot of fucking shit, but I still love it.
It would have been good, wouldn't it? And but we know in the new film there is Battle Cat.
There is.
Because they spoiled, and do you know, I fucking hate that they spoiled that. Right, do you know what they should have done? They should have just said, we're making a He-Man film and we're going to release it. And that's all they should have done. That should have been the entire promotion, and just release it. And day one, you go, Skeletor's in it, Cat's in it, fucking everybody's in it, because it's a shock factor. How to fucking sell a film? Don't sell it. You don't have to. You just go, look, we got this amazing thing. Release it.
I think they should have kept them out of the trailers, but I still think they should have kept them in the opening where they replaced the MGM line with Battle Cat. I thought that was fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, do you know what? Brilliant. If they'd have just done that and not shown it in the fucking trailer at all, that would have been fucking amazing as well, because people would be like, have they just done it in the logo? Is he not in the film?
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then the turn up would have been so fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it's people miss these fucking, like, if you want your film to fucking sell, just do a surprise thing and just go, fucking, this is Ryan Reynolds understands this, and he's a fucking idiot.
He's the world's most perfect idiot.
Do you know, he's an idiot, and he's a fucking millionaire.
Oh, yeah. He's fucking super rich, yeah.
He's a fucking idiot, and I respect his idiotness.
Yeah, me too. Right. So, all in all, that was a breakdown of Master Universe from 1987. On the next episode, we will be talking about the original cartoon and the toy series. So, we're not going to say goodbye for this episode. We are going to say good journey.
Good journey.
Good journey.
Good journey.
Good journey. And that's it.